Wilder versus AJ to be finalized in 2 or 3 weeks, says Eddie Hearn. All right.
Push the weight and now flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Oh boy, here we go. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. So Eddie Hearn says Wilder versus Joshua should be finalized in another 2 or 3 weeks. Let's read here. This is from Boxing Scene. No one put their name on it. It just says Boxing Staff. So I'll put the link in the description if you care to read it yourself. You know, Eddie Hearn, promoter and former promoter of two-time heavyweight champion AJ, is expecting a deal to get done for a showdown with Deontay Wilder, who previously held the WBC world title. The contest is being targeted to take place on a date in January in Saudi. Let me just skim through this. We go directly to the quotes. I think it will be finalized in 2 or 3 weeks, Hearn told Fight Hub TV. I've been to Saudi Arabia twice to negotiate this fight. I've had 3 meetings in London. I'm not doing it for the banter. My instructions from Anthony Joshua are, I want the Deontay Wilder fight. The only way this fight doesn't happen is if Saudi doesn't deliver the fight. Now let me. Okay. No. Let me just finish the article before I go any further. Wilder's manager Shelly Finkel. Wilder, as far as I'm hearing from them directly, they're in. And I know this for a fact. Y'all know how I know. I know this for a fact. We are in, he says. We just need to sign a contract and go through with the procedures to get that done. I'll read that again. We just need to sign a contract and go through the procedures to get that done. So now it sounds like they're waiting on some paper. Joshua saw action twice in 2023 for both fights. He had veteran trainer Derek James in his corner. In April, he picked up a 12-round unanimous decision over Jermaine Franklin. And then earlier this month, he KO'd Robin Helenius. Okay, down here it says, if it doesn't happen, I think Joshua will fight in December, but I'm not spending on that fight. All of our efforts have been for that fight, Hearn said. Honestly, I wouldn't waste my time flying all around the world trying to pretend that that's the fight we want. That is the fight we want. It's a massive, massive fight, massive money. And that is what I have been instructed to deliver for AJ. We are positive. Like I said, we are in. If it can be delivered, we are in. That's the article. Well, the meat and potatoes of the article. Here's my opinion. Eddie, you are FOS. It's an acronym. Figure it out. FOS. FOS. This is the most I've ever heard him say anything about what AJ wants and how he's working hard to deliver it. If I missed it, let me know in the chat. And even if he said this more than once, I still think he's lying. AJ versus Deontay has always been a massive, massive fight. And you prevented it. Yeah, you prevented it. I don't have to go through the history of it, but you prevented it. These guys should have been fought 4 or 5 years ago. They didn't fight because of you. What do you mean the Saudis can't deliver it? Why wouldn't they? Last I checked, they talk directly to the fighters. Shelly Finkel works for Deontay. Now you, Eddie, not so much. And that's why this is interesting. That's why this is interesting. AJ signed some weird contract. And the contract is like some sort of lifetime deal. Basically, what I'm getting from it, and I could be wrong because I never read it. I don't know what the mechanics of it is. But he's your product for life. So that's making me like wonder, what is this? What AJ told you to do and you're doing it? That's a lifetime contract of you working for him, or a lifetime contract of him working for you. Your job is to protect your investment. For you to sign a lifetime contract with Anthony Joshua, that means you have to do your best to protect your investment. And what you've been doing in the last couple of weeks has been talking down Deontay. You don't know why he's touted so highly. You don't know why people speak so highly. You critique his resume. Meanwhile, y'all share the same opponent. Two opponents, y'all share the same. Robert Helenius and Dominic Breazeale. You ripped Deontay for fighting Breazeale after you destroyed him? Fine, but guess what? Breazeale got outed far more faster against Deontay. It took AJ longer. Oh, okay, well, maybe AJ softened him up. Okay, let's go to Robert Helenius. 1 round it took Deontay. AJ came back, and not only did he have a fight like 4 or 5 days prior to fighting AJ, but he came back and looked pretty good against AJ until he didn't. And AJ looked like he had a fight. Busted up nose, abrasions under his eye. See, everything Eddie Hearn does gets put to the test, and he fails. This man is a liar. You talk a good one, but you don't want it. You want this fight? Talk Deontay up. Because what is this for if you fight Deontay and you get him out of there easily? What is this for? What is this for? So AJ's talking big, but then his back hurt from carrying the heavyweight division. But now he turns around and says what he's going to do to Deontay. He's going to outbox him. Sounds like you're talking yourself up to try and get your own confidence up. That's what it sounds like you're doing, man. I know fear. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And when it comes time, you gulping. You swallowing. Your eyes are big. I can see all your pupils. You're sweating. But it's 10 degrees outside. What you sweating for? Is that a panic attack? Eddie, you're a liar. I don't believe you. You're saying us that this is going to be finalized in 2 or 3 weeks. What happens in 2 or 3 weeks when it's not done? Did this fool not say he's trying to fight in December and it wasn't against Deontay? You want to fight how many times before the year's out? 3 times? You can't believe ish that this man says. I don't believe AJ. I don't believe Eddie. The contract has to be released and both parties have to sign it. Now, I hope that I'm wrong about this, because enough is enough. But with the atmosphere being what it is, I'm willing to bet that when there's a contract out, I'll know about it, and y'all know how I know about it. I hope y'all follow Tay Jones. And I'm willing to bet that Deontay's side will sign it and agree to everything. And when we turn and look across the pond at these two fools, Eddie Hearn and AJ, you're going to hear things like, what has Deontay done? And skinny legs, and the contract's not thorough, and there's a problem, and he wants us to fight here and fight at this, and they're going to, everything in the book, because that's what's been going on. Excuses. I've been calling out AJ fans for a while now. Y'all have not stuck your head from out that damn hole that stinks since he got whacked around by Andy Ruiz. Well, now's the time. Money's not the issue. Belts is not the issue. Venue's not the issue. So what's the issue? Besides Eddie running around trying to degrade Wilder again, as if he has belts. Neither one of these men have belts. Money's not the issue. The Saudis are footing the bill. What's the problem? This fight should have been signed already. I don't trust Eddie Hearn. Y'all take what y'all want with this information. Y'all do what y'all want. When a contract comes out, I know who's signing it, and I know who's going to put up resistance. But I hope I'm wrong. Bronx on deck.
Move!